5 years is not a short period of time, and I'm glad that in the past half of a decade, I have grown with Index and witnessed its tenfold expansion since I joined. Leaving Index is not an easy decision for me, but I believe this will only propel Index and me to another level. Unfortunately, because of this unusual COVID-19 situation, I cannot really share my final words with you in person. But when I think about what will I really tell you if I have such an opportunity, I recognize that I have already told you a year ago. In case you miss it, here is the replay, and I hope this will also become Index legacy. Enjoy.
Still over there having their drinks? If yes, please ask them to come. Otherwise, we are going to start. So let me ask you some questions. Is the food good? Is the drinks good? Okay, this one I want instead of just like an answer. So, who am I? Good. I'm glad that you know I'm Cupid because I still remember one time in the restaurant, you register in the booth and say that, hey, my name is Cupid for 6 people. So they read up how to spell it. I say C-U-P-I-D. Okay, I wait for 30 minutes and then suddenly, Cupid, 6 people. Cupid. I said, Cupid you mean Cupid, right? I said, yes. C-U-P-I-D, Cupid, that's me, 6 people. Okay, but that who am I is actually not the question for waiting in the restaurant. I'm thinking about 4 years ago when I first joined Index. I was thinking about who am I? Because I need to prepare my elevator pitch, right? So when I meet a new person, I will say, hi, my name is Cupid Chen. I'm the CTO of Index Analytics, an 8A and HubZone small company. By the way, who knows what is 8A and HubZone? Okay, over there. I have a microphone for you.
I'm sorry, I thought this was rhetorical. I thought that was a rhetorical question.
So what is your answer?
HubZone is a company that is physically based in a more depressed area.
Okay, like here?
Registered with and we register with Small Business Administration. Historically underutilized.
Did she pass? It's good. And you know, I have so many different podcasts. Meaning that it's not only one kid for you, okay? But then 8A, of course, is a minority-owned, it's like a disadvantaged business. Of course, in government, if you have an 8A status, it helps you as a small business, right? But when Richard came to me just now, he said, wow, I can't imagine. I don't actually remember every one of you. I'm sorry. But it's true. We grow doubling almost every year. So now we are changing from a small 8A company to, from a baby to a toddler right now, right? So how are we going to still keep the momentum and then still do the good job? That's the who am I was asking myself, okay? So I'm thinking in order to grow even bigger and do more better stuff, so I'm thinking the very first thing that we need to still remember is the integrity. Do you know what is integrity? Someone explained it to me is you do your good work. Doesn't matter someone is looking at you or not. That's integrity. Basically, that's also an analogy that I talked to someone. We are government contractor or consultant. Both start with con, but they have a very different meaning. Contractor is like someone asks you to do something you just do, like plumbing or whatever, right? Consultant is you have been asked to do something, but if you think that is not right, or you have a better way to do it, based on your integrity, even though that may result, you may lose profit. He is still typing his phone. You still work on the right thing because of integrity. So I think integrity is very important, and that's why index is index, right? But after index having the integrity, as a baby go to a toddler, I think one very in my life, okay, I think one phase in my life that I learned the quickest is when I was a toddler, because I always ask the question, why? Being nosy, not to look at someone's phone sit next to you in the metro, that's nosy. You have the curiosity of knowing things. The nosy means curiosity of knowing things, knowing new things that you may not even know before. That's another good attribute to become a toddler. Of course, something differentiates you from normal, regular toddler or person to someone that is successful. You know what? That's discipline. If you know something that is good, you have that curiosity or nosy, but you do not have that discipline, you will still fail, right? If you have all three, like being integrity, having integrity, being nosy, or even discipline, but you are still your own individual. I think in order to grow into a bigger company, you know what? We need people. That's why we need to really empower not only yourself, but to empower people around you. That includes your team here. That includes your client. You need to empower your client. Sometimes your competitor. Sometimes we will be the sub. They will be the prime. We empower our competitor. But at the end, sometimes we may be the prime now. Then it's their turn to empower us. Then finally, I think it may be the very natural result, or it could be something that we strive for, which is something extraordinary deliverable or extraordinary result. Those will be, I think, how are we going to growing from 8A to strict A company? Okay? So can someone summarize what did I tell you? Alright? Who raised their hand? No one. I have just talked like less than 3 minutes or so, right? Who can summarize? No, you, not you. Right?
We have integrity, curiosity, discipline, and we empower those around us.
Good. I think you got the point. Having integrity, and being nosy. I use nosy for a reason. Having discipline, and then empower the other people, and finally getting extraordinary result. Can someone really summarize what did I say? Listen. Integrity, nosy, discipline, empower people, an extraordinary result, which is who and so. Who am I? I am an indexer. That's different. That term is actually coined by me when I sent Megan an email to surprise Raghu in his baby shower party. Like, I think it's 2016 or something. I can't even remember. So Indexer. Who am I? I'm Indexer. Now, let me ask you, who are we? I think I asked you whether we have good food and good drinks. You can do it better. Who are we? Okay, I have one more present to the one who can scream the loudest. Who are we? One more time, top of your lungs.